Hello everyone. So I'm back again and I'm doing the usual stuff of solving puzzles. So you might notice that the layout today is slightly different and my background is also slightly different. That's because I was too lazy to get up from my bed and go to my desktop. So I decided to just stream from my laptop and I have set up a minimal OBS setting. Uh, okay, without any further ado, just let's dive into the Puzzle Rush. Uh, I'll just select the Puzzle Rush survival mode. Let me just quickly check the layout. Yep, it's pretty simple, so should be fine. Okay, let's start. So this seems like a free queen. Okay, fork picks up the knight. White to move. So white queens with check. That's the key. Oh, but then the king moves. Now I queen. This one, pawn moves to b3. Seems like a free knight. Okay, mate in one, mate in one. This rook takes. So I can take the pawn on b4. Then if queen takes, I win the queen. If rook takes, I go to a1. Then if rook comes back, I win the rook plus the queen. So yeah, this is a good move. Okay, now just go back. This one, free bishop. Is there anything that I'm missing? I don't think so. Okay, this seems like checkmate in one because not really checkmate in one. The king will only have one legal square after my rook comes to b4, and then I can play rook d3 check, and that will be checkmate. So yeah, start with this and this. This knight is loose, so yeah. So one of the things which I have learned while solving puzzles is look out for loose pieces as well. This one I push the pawn, king takes, I bring my queen, or I can directly bring queen with check. There's no blocking it, so king comes here or here. So let's calculate. Suppose uh, let me just snoop on my YouTube live page just to make sure that everything is going fine. Yeah, looks about right. Okay, uh, so I come here, king to e7, and then I give this check, which picks up the queen. Queen here, king here. I have this move. I mean, I think this check is strong. So I can win two pieces for a rook, which is always a favorable trade. So I'll just go for that. I can trade the queen straight away. Yeah, I trade the queen, rook takes, and then I fork the bishop and the rook. Okay. So this one I take the knight and then the rook is loose on h3. Yep. This one I can pick up this knight by giving a okay, sorry, my bishop is pinned, so I can't give a check. Although I can give a check with my queen picking up the knight. Ah, I see. Oh, now I can pick up the queen and then do the same tactic with my bishop. Okay, this one I can give a check and win the queen. I think that's good enough. Mm, what was the move? Rook takes on c2. So I can take the rook. Rook takes, king takes. I win clean rook because my queen is defended. I'm just seeing if there's any other tactic which I'm missing. I don't see any tactic. Okay, this one. Mm, let's see. I can take this pawn. No, that doesn't work because I was planning to give this check, but the queen covers it. Oh, I have this fork with the knight. I think that should do the trick. Because if I do this, then queen here. Yeah, I think this. And now I just take the rook. White to move. I can take this and then I'll be threatening checkmate on h7. So the bishop, so the rook will have to sacrifice itself. Okay. I can take the rook. Queen is forced to take. And then I take the knight because then if knight takes back, I win an extra piece. Yeah. So my idea here is to always play the most forcing move. Because here if I take with my bishop, like if I take the knight first with my bishop, then there are options for the opponent. So the chances of the tactics not working increases. But this one is relatively simple. Now this piece looks like a free knight. I'm just scanning the board for any hidden tactics. I don't see any. So there are two options. So these are the kind of tactics where I get confused. If like two captures are possible and both of them look good, then I often get confused as to which piece should capture first. And what I have learned is that you should capture with a piece which threatens something. So here if I capture with knight, it's threatening to win the queen. So in order to prevent, the opponent will have to respond with something, then I can basically take the bishop with check and my bishop still snipers to e8. So I think this is the right move. And then I can take this way and then win the rook. Now this one. So I have one idea. I can play bishop here, preparing checkmate. And I'm not seeing any way for black to prevent that, actually. Yeah, I'll just do this. Okay, black to move. So I can take the pawn. That will be the most obvious move. But always scan the board for tactics. That's the thing. Mhm. So what are my sources for the tactics here? I have this knight to e4, but then simply knight captures, and then there's nothing there. I have this annoying pin. But that can be dislodged with a3. So not sure. What are the so this queen seems like it's overloaded. It's guarding this bishop and the knight. So if I can distract the queen somehow, I think okay, I'm not seeing it. Black to move. So white played okay. White simply played b3 in this position. Um, just if I play knight here immediately. Play this pin and then play knight here. So see, I can pin this knight, then maybe white can try to get out of this pin by playing something like queen here. And then I can play knight here. And that yeah, I think this pin is strong. And now I bring my knight here. Okay, yeah, black to move. So the thing is that this rook is pinned, so I have this fork. But before now, if I pick up the queen, I lose my queen as well. So I should first take this rook with check and then pick up the queen. White to move. So black here actually played a very aggressive a5. Now In games, you have to be very careful. So if I take on a5, so okay, so I have, oh, it was a mistake, but uh, I guess that was the right answer, but I am very lucky. I have to find the right continuation. That's the key. I can give a check here. Uh, Possible moves are this, or I can give a check here. Possible moves are this and this. Or I can give a check here. So this is not a possible move. So this, wow, a very tricky. Yeah, so here I always get confused because there are so many good checks that to find the most accurate check is the key. So let's see all possible checks. If I check from c6, king can move here, here, or here. Now, if it moves here, I have this check. Then king has to go here, which is bad because I pick up the queen with a skewer. So after coming here, king can't go on f5. So either e7 or f7. Suppose it goes to f7. Then I have check on f6. Somehow I want to force the king to go here and then somehow pick up this queen with check, like by skewer. So I guess this check, then it doesn't go here, it comes here, which is not something. So this check here or here. Oh, what about this? So I take away these squares from the king, and these are already taken. So as you can see, now this is the most forcing check because the king is forced to come to f5. So this check, king comes to f5, and then I give this check because then this, 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 this. So king comes here. Okay, this is a good find. Wow. Now this one, I think I have this move. It eyes. So this bishop and knight are tied together. So somehow I have to take advantage of that. Now usually the way to take advantage of that is to win the knight and then the bishop hangs in the end in some variation. Here, if I play knight d5, I am threatening to win the queen. But then simply knight takes. And if I take the knight, and if I take this bishop, this knight takes, and then I win this knight. Okay, let's calculate. So I move here, queen is threatened. Suppose the queen moves. Uh, then nothing happens. Queen moves, I take this. No, then queen takes. What's the... So what was the move here? Simply this. I mean, if my queen was here, but then the bishop goes back, so there's nothing. I'm very tempted to play knight d5, but I don't see a concrete follow-up after, let's say, queen d8. Takes, queen takes, this. So I see this line here, queen back, knight takes with check, so queen takes. Then I take the bishop, knight takes my bishop. I play bishop d5, threatening the rook, so rook moves. Oh, the knight retreats. So yeah, that doesn't work. What if bishop here? It takes, pawn takes. Bishop here, then if... Yeah, I think bishop there works. Bishop here. If knight takes, I take with knight. Mm, no, I got confused again. Um, yeah, I'm spending way too much time on this one. Okay, bishop here. Knight takes, because he has to do something. He can defend this way. Then I don't have anything. So knight here. Okay. Now I have this, then this, then this, then this. No good. We exchange two pieces. But if I take this way, if I take this way, takes, takes, I'm threatening the rook. Okay, takes. Oh, ah, these tactics are so hard for me. Just thinking if I should take the. Do I take the queen first or do I take the rook first? Suppose rook takes, and if he takes my queen, then I basically take his second rook and then take the queen back. If rook takes, he takes my bishop. If he takes my, then I just take. If I do this, so if I do this here, 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 yeah, I take this first. Now take back. Okay. So I take the bishop, queen takes, then queen takes, and I win a piece. Okay, queen take, bishop takes, queen takes. Uh, what is the move? E4. I'm just seeing if the knight can do some damage by forking something. Takes, takes. Here. So if my bishop goes here, the knight is pinned. And then what? Oh, bishop takes, queen has to take. Or I do this. Here, threaten the bishop. If bishop comes here, then I take this. Because if I take this bishop right now, then queen takes. And when I play here, the queen just goes back. So I first threaten the bishop doesn't take, so I first take with check. Okay. Here I capture this, takes, check, and I win a knight. Black to move. takes, rook will have to take. Uh, what is my follow-up? Pawn takes, bishop has to take. Hmm. Bishop takes, rook takes. Pawn takes, bishop takes. Rook here doesn't amount to anything because hmm, what did white play? G3. Oh, I take the pawn, bishop takes. I bring my rook to c4 with a double attack on the knight and threatening the bishop. I think that's the move. So here with check, I take. Now this is a very standard opening position which I have reached I think many times. I don't quite know what to play here. So I have this knight to d4, e4, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Nothing good coming out for black. I have this bishop here, then simply rook here, I guess. Or pawn takes. Ah, I see. So pawn takes is a double attack, right? So if bishop takes, I take here, threatening to capture the queen. So queen takes and then I take. Okay, white to move. Is there a checkmate? Mm, so I can take the rook. Rook takes, then I have this check. Then the king has to go up. Take this. Is there anything better? Oh, there was something better. I should have looked. I moved too quickly. Okay, never mind. So knight takes on g6. Oh, so I can take with my queen here. Rook takes. I have this move, and then bishop check. I don't think there is a way to defend the checkmate. Yeah, black to move. Here, if takes one, if here takes, here goes back, here takes my queen. Push, whatever it does, then I go here. Push, push, takes, takes, queen. Here takes, takes, push, 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 push. No. So push, takes. Mm, White to move, so I can capture on f7. Very tempting. Any concrete follow-up? King has to go to h8. Here, king h8. Take the pawn. Rook attacks. Check again. Here, here. I think that's. Oh, it takes the. Okay. White to move. This has to be a mate somehow. Just thinking. So here, check here. King goes here. Takes. Knight takes. Rook takes. Bishop takes. No good. Check here. Has to block. Knight blocks. Rook takes. Here has to block. Queen blocks. Rook takes. Sorry, queen to f8. Bishop blocks. Rook takes on c8. Knight has to take and then I recapture the queen. Okay, that seems like a good line. White to move. I can capture the bishop but then simply queen takes, which is no good. It just liquidates the attack for white. I give this check. Then king has to go back. So suppose king goes here. I have this move. And then so if this move, then black can't prevent checkmate. So after knight check, king has to go here. I bring my queen, rook here, but then I have this move. Yeah, I think I'm just debating whether I should go here first because then here, and if I go here, it's attacking the queen as well as rook, and it's also threatening checkmate. So yeah, queen here is strong. Now this move will threaten checkmate, attack the rook and the queen. So why not? Black to move. Hmm, I can take with my rook here. If queen takes, no, then nothing. Black to move. Uh, hmm, this is an interesting position. Let me just take my time here. Unless I'm very sure I won't move my pieces. If I simply double, then he can't take my pawn because then I take here. Queen takes, king, and I pick up the rook. So I'm up a clean rook. Oh, sorry, I'll be up a rook for a queen. I'll be up a queen for a rook. If here I don't see any response. If black tries to place this, I still take here, here. I actually have this move then. No, I can then. I'm just thinking, can I sack here? Here, queen takes because pawn is pinned. Here, queen takes. Then I push my pawn, but rook blocks. Nah. So I do this. Okay. Now, should I take or should I add more pressure? If I add more pressure, I think that's good for me because if I go here, if I take, queen take, here, here, add more pressure, king can't run, no more pieces can come, this may be pawn, but then I have this, here, here, yeah, I think, oh, yeah, I think it was takes. Mm, okay, this one, check, so rook can't block because then checkmate, king here, check here, so this looks like a move for sure. Now if I check here, then simply queen blocks. If I check here, if I go here, then this rook can come and protect. Just thinking if h1 rook check is any good. King is forced to take. Check on h4. Rook blocks on h2. And I have nothing. This check. Queen blocks. Mm, queen here. Then what does? How does white prevent the threat of checkmate on h1? I don't think it can. So queen here. And now rook takes simply. Okay, guys, I have reached my all-time high score of Puzzle Rush. Let's see if I can hold my nerves for two more puzzles. So white is threatening this sneaky. So if I take, white takes here, I take, and then it forks. But if I takes, I'm threatening this. Takes, takes. Be here. Maybe here. Pawn push. Let's see. Pawn push. If pawn takes, then I have this, and that's checkmate basically. If pawn push, the king has to go to f3. But then I have this sack, so I avoid the king from running on this diagonal. So king has to capture my bishop. My pawn is here. And then, so here, king here, bishop here, king takes back. And then what? I think this is correct. I can also take with a discovered check. That looks strong as well. Or I have this. But with this move, it is true that king comes back, but then I don't see a follow-up check. One check I see is here, but then the king runs back. I have the discovered, but then king here. No good. So if I go here, now then there are two possible moves. Either king takes or here. So if here I first capture this, here, suppose here, even then I capture this, then here. Oh, wait a minute. I have this move. This is just checkmate, right? Yeah, because this pawn will be guarded by the rook. Queen h5. Only move is this, and then I take with the queen because this bishop is guarded. Okay, white to move. Last one, guys. Uh, this one. Let's see. So I'm a bishop down as white, right? So if I go here, white simply plays this and defends the checkmate. I want some way of checkmating the king, but if I give a check here, black simply plays this, and then I can't play this check. So here, I'll have to play this check, and then black can just run out, and I'm worse because I'm down a piece. So if I go here, black can simply move his bishop and then protect g7 from a long range. Now, if I go here, uh, if I go here, wow, this is a. I'm trying to find a perpetual as well in this position because black is clearly better here. I have I have 6 pawns. I have 7 pawns. Black is a pawn down but a piece up. So I can come here, but then what do I do after this move? Mm, so I have two potential moves, this or this. What to move? So I'm trying to find a perpetual here. If I play this check, black king runs here. Then I play this check here, then here, then here, then here, here, here. Okay, I don't really see a move for white here. Does this sack work somehow? Does queen captures work? Or queen here works? So the most forcing move is queen to h7. Then king comes to f7. Then king runs. What do I do? Here, 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 here. King runs. So if I put my rook here, then let's see. If this here, then I can threaten this. Rook here. If this way, then again I'm threatening this. So I think rook here is the right move. Okay. So basically he defends this way as mentioned. Now the idea would be this move. Because if I play this move, the king still can't run. Here, okay, pawn push expected. If this check, here, here, and then no, that's not the correct move. So I take this. So queen has to block. Okay, okay, 40. Finally. Mm, white to move. So here black is threatening to take. Can play this. Let me see all my resources. I can't take here because then it's just checkmate. I can take here. Then queen takes. I take here. Takes. and then I take with check and then take something like that here. Ah, first I take this. Okay, I was close. I think here, here, and then this bishop hangs in the end. Yeah, this one, I think this was right. I think then I just take simply. Yeah. Okay. So I think I finally achieved my target after 5 attempts. It took me an hour, but it was worth it. At least I know that I am improving. Okay. See you guys in the next stream. Take care. And yeah, if possible, subscribe to my channel if you find it useful. Peace.